This is Igbo Area TV.
Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also click the bell icon. Robert Mugabe dies at the age of 95. He has been battling ill health for some time now. His stamina slipped away rapidly. He was recently hospitalized in Singapore for months for an undisclosed ailment. Mugabe had confirmed earlier this year. No further details were immediately available about the circumstances of his death or where he died. Now we are going to be looking at the life and times of this Zimbabwean former president who had spent so many years in power. His full name was Robert Gabriel Mugabe. He was born 21st February 1924 and he died 6 September 2019. He was a Zimbabwean politician who served as a Prime Minister of Zimbabwe from 1980 to 1987 and then as President from 1987 to 2017. He chaired the Zimbabwean African National Union ZANU group from 1975 to 1980 and led its successor political party, the ZANU Patriotic Front, ZANU-PF, from 1980 to 2017. Ideologically an African nationalist, during the 1970s and 1980s, he identified as a Marxist-Leninist. He identified as a socialist after the 1990s. His policies have been described as Mugabeism. Mugabe was born to a poor Shona family in Kotama, southern Rhodesia. Following an education at Kotama College and University of Fort Hare, he worked as a school teacher in southern Rhodesia, northern Rhodesia, and Ghana. Angered that southern Rhodesia was a colony of British Empire governed by its white minority, Mugabe embraced Marxism and joined African nationalist protests calling for an independent state led by representatives of the black majority. After making anti-government comments, he was convicted of sedition and imprisoned between 1964 and 1974. On release, he fled to Mozambique, established his leadership of ZANU and oversaw ZANU's role in Rhodesian Bush War, fighting Ian Smith's predominantly white government. He reluctantly took part in the peace negotiation brokered by the United Kingdom that resulted in the Lancaster House Agreement. The agreement ended the war and resulted in the 1980 general election at which Mugabe led ZANU-PF to victory. As Prime Minister of newly renamed Zimbabwe, Mugabe's administration expanded healthcare and education, and despite his professed Marxist desire for a social society, adhered largely to mainstream conservative economic policies. Mugabe's call for racial reconciliation failed to stem growth white emigration, while relations with Joshua Nkomo's Zimbabwe African People's Union ZAPU also deteriorated. In the Gukurahundi of 1982 to 1985, Mugabe's 5th Brigade crushed ZAPU-linked opposition in the Matabele land in a campaign that killed at least 10,000 people, mostly Ndebele civilians. Internationally, he sent troops into the Second Congo War and chaired the Non-Aligned Movement, 1986 to 1989, the Organization of African Unity, 1997 to 1998, and the African Union, 2015 to 2016. Pursuing decolonization, Mugabe emphasized the redistribution of land controlled by white farmers to landless blacks, initially on a willing seller, willing buyer basis. Frustrated at the slow rate of redistribution, from 2000 he encouraged black Zimbabweans to violently seize white-owned farms. Food production was severely impacted, leading to famine, drastic economic decline, and international sanctions. Opposition to Mugabe grew, but he was re-elected in 2002, 2008, and 2013 through campaigns dominated by violence, electoral fraud, and nationalistic appeals to his rural Shona voter base. In 2017, members of his own party ousted him in a coup, replacing him with a former vice president, Emerson Mnangagwa. Having dominated Zimbabwe's politics for nearly 4 decades, Mugabe was a controversial figure. He was praised as a revolutionary hero of the African liberation struggle who helped free Zimbabwe from British colonialism, imperialism, and white minority rule. Critics accused Mugabe of being a dictator responsible for economic mismanagement, widespread corruption, anti-white racism, human rights abuses, and crime against humanity. Thanks for staying with us. R.I.P. Mugabe, rest in peace. Thanks for watching Igbo Area TV. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also click the bell icon. Like our Facebook page. Join our Facebook group. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Bye for now.